Get ready for an exciting revelation about Shiloh Pitt, the child of the famous actors Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. When you witness the genuine love between your kids, it's heartwarming. Without any prompting, you see the bond they share. Shiloh's life took unexpected turns as her parents split up and fought over who would take care of her and her siblings. Things became even more puzzling when news broke that Shiloh had run away from home. Everyone started asking questions. Who is Shiloh Pitt? Why is she being left out? And how close is she to Jennifer Aniston, her father's ex-wife? Join us as we try to unravel this mystery together. The rise and fall of Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's Hollywood romance. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, the famous Hollywood couple, first met while filming the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2003. At the time, Angelina was a single mom, and Brad was still married to Jennifer Aniston. However, their marriage ended in 2005. Angelina later mentioned that their connection didn't start as love at first sight, but they became good friends while working together. Their friendship grew stronger as they collaborated on different projects. Angelina adopted her first son, Maddox, from Cambodia in 2002, and later, in 2005, she adopted Zahara from Ethiopia. Brad supported her through these adoptions, indicating they were building a family together. In 2006, Brad legally adopted Angelina's children, Maddox and Zahara, solidifying their commitment to each other and their family. They welcomed their first biological child, Shiloh, in 2006, which brought them even closer. Although they didn't marry right away, Brad mentioned they would consider it when everyone in the country could marry. He also expressed his love for their children, whether adopted or biological. Their relationship continued to flourish, and Angelina revealed that it took time for them to develop deeper feelings for each other. A significant moment for them was when Maddox started calling Brad Dad, indicating they were becoming a family. In 2007, Angelina adopted Pax from Vietnam, further expanding their family. Then, in 2008, they welcomed twins Knox and Vivienne into the world. Their family was large and filled with love, even with all the chaos twins can bring. They got engaged in 2012 and finally tied the knot in 2014 in a private ceremony surrounded by family. Their children played important roles in the wedding, making it a special day for everyone. After their wedding, they collaborated on a movie called By the Sea in Malta. Unfortunately, their marriage didn't last, and Angelina filed for divorce in 2016, citing irreconcilable differences. Both Brad and Angelina focused on their children's well-being. During this challenging period, Maddox Shivan Jolie Pitt, the eldest child of the Jolie Pitt clan, came into this world on August 5, 2001, in Battambang, Cambodia. Born into an orphanage, his early days were marked by uncertainty until Angelina Jolie, drawn to Cambodia by her filming experiences, felt an instant connection upon seeing him in a suspended box in that orphanage. Jolie, still married to Billy Bob Thornton, undertook Maddox's adoption alone shortly after her marriage with Thornton ended, and she embarked on single parenthood. However, fate had more in store for Maddox when Jolie and Pitt began a relationship, leading Pitt to initiate his adoption process. Exploring the philanthropic journey of Maddox and Zahara and Shiloh's childhood. As Maddox matured, his interests veered towards his mother's philanthropic endeavors and her filmmaking career. The press adored Maddox when he was a child, even naming him one of the best-dressed kids in Hollywood. Often seen rocking camouflage prints, message tees, and charm necklaces, Maddox prefers not to adopt acting as his career, but indulges in behind-the-scenes work, mainly with his mother. At the tender age of 15, he assumed the role of executive producer for Jolie's film First They Killed My Father, a poignant portrayal of Cambodia's harrowing past under the Khmer Rouge regime. Jolie's intention was for Maddox to delve deep into his roots and foster a stronger connection with his homeland. In 2019, Maddox commenced his academic journey at South Korea's prestigious Yonsei University, a decision that filled Jolie with immense pride. After Maddox, the next addition to Jolie's family was the baby girl Zahara Marley Jolie Pitt, born on January 8, 2005, in Hawassa, Ethiopia. She found her forever home with Angelina Jolie when she was 7 months old. Jolie, accompanied by Maddox, was drawn to Zahara's orphanage during a trip to Africa. Recognizing the care Zahara needed, Jolie decided to adopt her, with Brad Pitt joining to formalize the adoption later. After overcoming a bout of salmonella in 2005, Zahara embarked on her journey with her new family. Growing up, Zahara had the privilege of exploring the world alongside her famous parents. In 2019, she returned to Ethiopia, meeting the country's first female president, Sahle Work, and delving into discussions on culture, history, and societal issues like education and healthcare. That year, Zahara also initiated her Zahara Collection jewelry line, with proceeds benefiting House of Ruth shelters supporting women and children facing domestic abuse. Over the years, she has struggled with health issues, and in 2020, Jolie disclosed that Zahara underwent surgeries without specifying details. The pandemic facilitated Zahara's recovery at home while transitioning to online schooling. Jolie has consistently praised Zahara's African heritage, acknowledging her as an extraordinary African woman. In August 2022, Jolie proudly dropped Zahara off at Spelman College, where she pledged to the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. In November 2023, Zahara's commitment to education and social causes will be evident through her involvement in her mother's humanitarian endeavors. In 2006, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt shared exciting news. They were expecting a baby. Their daughter, Shiloh Nouveau Jolie Pitt, entered the world on May 27th at Cottage Hospital in Swakopmund, Namibia, where the family had been spending time. From the beginning, Shiloh fit right in with her family. A year later, Jolie remarked that Shiloh reminded her a lot of herself, describing her as full of light, love, and humor. Shiloh has been a celebrity since birth, so people weren't shocked when she got her wax figure at the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in New York City. Shiloh's wax figure also featured her parents standing by her cradle. Over the years, she's grown up to become the spitting image of Angelina, who has encouraged and supported her every step of the way. Angelina Jolie's support for Shiloh and Pax. Navigating family, philanthropy, and challenges. Jolie has always backed Shiloh's choices, including her fashion preferences, emphasizing the importance of allowing children to express themselves freely without judgment. As Shiloh grew older, she became increasingly involved in her mother's humanitarian work. At just 9 years old, she expressed a desire to accompany Jolie on trips, including to the Middle East for World Refugee Day. Since then, Shiloh has been by Jolie's side at various events, demonstrating their close bond. Angelina's encouragement of her children to embrace their heritage and identity led the whole family back to Vietnam to visit Pax's hometown 4 years after his adoption. While Pax prefers to live a private life and doesn't intend to become an actor, he has made brief appearances in Jolie's projects, such as voicing a character in Kung Fu Panda 3 and serving as a set photographer for First They Killed My Father. After adopting Pax, Jolie and Pitt announced the addition of 2 more kids to their clan. To everyone's surprise, in 2008, the couple welcomed twins Knox Lan and Vivienne Marcheline Jolie Pitt in Nice, France. Knox, named after Pitt's grandfather, and Vivienne, named after Jolie's grandmother, added to the family's joy and chaos. Their older siblings, Shiloh and Zahara, eagerly participated in caring for them. Shortly after Angelina Jolie filed for divorce, shocking the entire country, reports surfaced alleging Brad Pitt's involvement in an incident of child abuse aboard the family's private jet. The Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Los Angeles Department of Children and Family Services launched an investigation following an anonymous accusation against Pitt. According to initial reports, the details surrounding the incident were unclear. However, it was suggested that during a heated argument between Pitt and Jolie, their eldest son, Maddox, intervened to defend his mother, leading to Pitt losing his temper. A source close to Pitt disclosed to People magazine that Pitt was under the influence of alcohol during the altercation and admitted to mishandling the parent-child dispute, acknowledging that it escalated beyond control. Despite the accusations and media frenzy, Pitt was eventually cleared of all allegations of child harm. Throughout the ordeal, Pitt maintained his silence regarding the specific allegations, but publicly addressed his struggles with substance abuse. In a candid interview in May 2017, Pitt disclosed that he had battled with alcohol and narcotics addiction for years, admitting to his reliance on these substances as a means to avoid confronting his emotions. Pitt reflected on his long-standing habits of drinking and narcotics use, admitting that he had rarely gone a day without consuming alcohol or narcotics since his college days. However, with the birth of his family, he attempted to avoid his habits but was unsuccessful. Pitt also acknowledged that his drinking had become problematic and that he had reached a point where he needed to confront his issues head-on. Shiloh Jolie Pitt once left home because she couldn't stand the constant arguing between her parents. Reports from New Idea magazine tell us that when news came out in 2020 about Brad Pitt possibly dating someone new, Shiloh had a really tough time dealing with it. While her siblings didn't seem as bothered, Shiloh felt it deeply. It got so bad that she decided to leave home for a bit without telling anyone. Her brothers, Pax and Maddox, were upset too, feeling like they didn't get to spend much time with their dad as it was. Being one of the biological children, Shiloh found it all very hard to handle. Shiloh is close to both of her parents and is usually a quiet and sensitive kid. The fighting between them for the past 4 years took a toll on her mental health, and when her dad started seeing someone new who looked a bit like her mom, it was just too much for her. There was a big search for her when she left, with Angelina very worried, but she eventually came back, and Angelina understood that she just needed some space. Shiloh even tried to get her parents to make up and stop fighting, but they didn't listen to her. She wishes they could remember the good times they had and stop treating each other badly. It hurts her to see them like this. Born into a family where fame is the norm, many expected Shiloh to follow in her parents' footsteps and pursue a career in acting. In 2008, Shiloh made her debut in Hollywood as a baby in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, alongside her father, Brad Pitt. Despite being offered a role in her mother's film Maleficent, she opted for a different path. Shiloh's choice not to pursue acting at the time was clear when she expressed a preference for playing a horned creature over the character of Aurora. Instead, her sister Vivienne took on the role, while Shiloh later voiced a character in Kung Fu Panda 3 in 2016. Embracing individuality beyond Hollywood. Despite her lineage and the attention she received, her parents, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, chose not to restrict their children to acting and encouraged them to explore various opportunities. Shiloh has become known for her fashion sense, drawing inspiration from her mother's style. At the premiere of Eternals in 2021, she wore a dire dress reminiscent of Jolie's iconic fashion moment. Her parents have been supportive of her fashion choices, emphasizing the importance of self-expression and individual style. While Shiloh's passion for dance hasn't been publicly discussed, she has been seen at a dance studio in Los Angeles, hinting at a potential interest. While she stays away from the screen herself, Shiloh frequently accompanies her parents to movie premieres. She was seen at several premieres, including Unbroken, Dumbo, First They Killed My Father, Maleficent, and Eternals. In 2014, due to Jolie's illness, Shiloh and her siblings walked the red carpet together at the Unbroken premiere, showcasing a united family front. Beyond Hollywood, Shiloh has joined her parents on humanitarian missions worldwide, including visits to the Zaatari refugee camp in Jordan in 2018. These experiences have left a profound impact on their family, emphasizing empathy and compassion. While some may attribute Shiloh's reluctance to pursue acting to her desire for a sense of normalcy, others point to her strong sense of individuality and independence. Described as playful and spirited by those close to her, Shiloh has always marched to the beat of her drum. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt have been embroiled in a legal battle concerning the custody of their minor children ever since their divorce proceedings began in 2016. Despite their divorce being finalized in 2019, the former couple has continued to navigate the complexities of co-parenting their 6 children: Maddox, Pax, Zahara, Shiloh, Vivienne, and Knox. Custody negotiations and legal disputes post-divorce. Recently, there has been a breakthrough in their ongoing custody negotiations, marking a potential end to their protracted legal dispute. According to insider reports cited by various media outlets, including US Weekly and In Touch Weekly, Angelina Jolie will maintain primary custody of 3 of their children: Shiloh, Vivienne, and Knox. This decision comes after a painstaking negotiation process that has lasted for years. While the specifics of the custody arrangement have not been disclosed publicly, it is evident that both parties have had to make significant concessions to reach this point. Brad Pitt, although not entirely satisfied with the custody arrangement, is reportedly relieved that a resolution has been reached. Sources close to the actor suggest that he is eager to move forward with his life and put an end to the ongoing legal battles with his ex-wife. Despite any personal reservations he may have, Pitt is focused on ensuring the well-being of his children and maintaining a positive relationship with them. The decision regarding custody marks a significant milestone in Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's post-divorce relationship. Both parties have had to navigate complex emotions and legal complexities throughout this process. While tensions may have run high at times, the ultimate priority for both Pitt and Jolie is the welfare and happiness of their children. In addition to the custody arrangements, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie are also reportedly engaged in a dispute over their shared assets, including their French vineyard, Miraval. Pitt has allegedly been permitted to sue Jolie for selling her share of the property without his consent, further complicating their already contentious legal battle. While the custody negotiations between Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie have been arduous and emotionally taxing, it appears that both parties are committed to finding a resolution that prioritizes the well-being of their children as they continue to navigate the complexities of co-parenting in the public eye. One thing remains clear: their unwavering love for their children transcends any personal differences or legal disputes they may encounter. In response, Jolie filed a motion with the Los Angeles Superior Court on April 4, revealing that she had offered to sell her shares to Pitt, but negotiations faltered when he insisted on a restrictive non-disclosure agreement. This agreement would have prevented Jolie from discussing Pitt's alleged abuse, particularly his treatment of her and their children, which she believes is relevant to their joint business interests. Navigating allegations, custody battles, and Shiloh's choice. The crux of Jolie's argument lies in the claim that Pitt's abusive behavior predates the widely publicized 2016 plane incident, which marked a significant turning point in their relationship. According to reports, during a flight in September 2016, Pitt allegedly became physically aggressive towards Jolie, resulting in a confrontation witnessed by their children. Details emerged of Pitt grabbing, shaking, and verbally berating Jolie, leading to an investigation by the Federal Bureau of Investigation and subsequent divorce filings by Jolie. While Pitt's representatives vehemently denied these allegations, citing them as completely untrue, the incident catalyzed a series of legal proceedings involving various authorities, including the Los Angeles County Department of Child and Family Services. Despite Pitt being cleared of any criminal charges, Jolie's legal team has consistently pushed back against his attempts to secure equal custody, citing concerns over his alleged refusal to engage in domestic violence counseling. The subsequent custody trial delved into the complexities of their relationship history, ultimately resulting in a joint custody arrangement, much to Jolie's dismay. Despite her advocacy for prioritizing the children's well-being, the court's decision to grant Pitt half custody reflects the nuanced legal landscape surrounding issues of domestic abuse and parental rights. As the legal battle continues to unfold, the public remains curious about the implications for both parties involved. News outlets have sought comments from Angelina Jolie to provide further insight into her perspective on these developments. Amidst her parents' divorce, Shiloh Jolie Pitt has stirred up media buzz by expressing her wish to reside with her father permanently. This development arises amid the legal battles between Pitt and Jolie over custody arrangements. Shiloh's desire to live with her father has been attributed to her impending adulthood and a strong emotional connection with Pitt. She reportedly cherishes her bond with Pitt and sees him as a significant figure in her life. This sentiment aligns with Pitt's role as a father figure, and he is described as being ecstatic upon learning of Shiloh's decision. The proximity between Pitt's residence and Jolie ensures that Shiloh will remain close to her mother and siblings, despite her choice to live with her father. This arrangement allows for continued interaction between Shiloh and her family members, offering reassurance to Jolie amidst the shifting dynamics of their family structure. While Shiloh's decision may alter household dynamics, it appears to be unique to her circumstances. Reports suggest that her siblings hold varying perspectives on her choice, with some expressing mixed feelings and others maintaining positive relationships with Pitt. The complexity of family dynamics is evident in the differing relationships between Pitt and his children, highlighting the nuances of parental relationships. What's caught people's attention most about Shiloh is her bold fashion choices. Even at a young age, she made waves by opting for more traditionally masculine attire, sparking important conversations about individuality and self-expression. Her mom, Angelina Jolie, has been supportive, emphasizing the importance of letting children be true to themselves without societal pressure. Embracing individuality, gender expression, and unique bonds. Despite growing up in the public eye and facing the challenges of her parents' highly publicized divorce, Shiloh has remained true to herself, maintaining a strong connection with both her parents amidst the chaos. As Shiloh has grown, so has her style. While she still rocks her edgy look, she's also started experimenting with high-fashion outfits, showcasing a more diverse wardrobe and increasing her confidence. Back in 2008, Brad Pitt shared a cute incident about Shiloh preferring to be called John and sometimes Peter, showcasing her early exploration of gender identity. Though she's been known to embrace a more masculine presentation, she currently uses she and her pronouns. As her parents have mentioned in interviews, Angelina Jolie has been open about Shiloh's choices, emphasizing that they're not for others to interpret. Shiloh's preferences, whether it's her fashion sense or her chosen names, reflect her individuality and shouldn't be judged. Angelina sees her daughter as more than just her gender, highlighting Shiloh's personality traits and interests beyond how she dresses. Shiloh's style, often described as androgynous, draws inspiration from different sources, including her brothers and cultural influences like Montenegro. She's been spotted in everything from tracksuits to oversized hoodies, showing that her fashion choices know no boundaries. Shiloh Jolie Pitt found solace in her father's former partner, Jennifer Aniston, during a rocky period in her parents' relationship. A source disclosed that Shiloh and Jennifer spent significant time together, forming a deep connection. Brad Pitt, observing their closeness, felt joy in seeing them laugh and share moments. Shiloh grew closest to Jennifer among his children, and their relationship deepened to the extent that Shiloh reportedly expressed a desire for Jennifer to be called Mom. This request arose from their frequent interactions and the bond they shared, prompting Shiloh to see Jennifer in a maternal light. Upon learning of Shiloh's wish, Angelina Jolie, Brad's estranged partner, was reportedly deeply upset. A source close to her revealed her frustration, describing the situation as her worst nightmare. Amidst public scrutiny following their separation, Brad found solace in reconnecting with Jennifer Aniston, who reciprocated his affection, particularly towards his children. Witnessing Jennifer's affection for his kids brought warmth to Brad's heart, serving as a source of comfort during a challenging time. Thanks for tuning in to our channel. We hope you enjoyed diving into the world of Shiloh Jolie Pitt and exploring the complexities of her life, style, and relationships. Don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating insights and updates. Until next time, take care and see you in the next video.